against the proposal from okay too. And we have an extension, Christina's abstained. So it's been refused. That application has been refused. For the reasons stated by David, and then wordings will be available in the next minutes. We'll move on to adjustment number 14, I think, and then we're going to do 9.
Okay.
Can we have a presentation, please, Sharon?
Thank you, Chair. This proposal is for the change of use of a single dwelling into a house in multiple occupation, which will comprise 12 bedrooms and includes communal kitchen, living rooms and bathrooms. The communal facilities will be located on the lower ground floor. It's a 3-storey building, but the fourth element is the lower ground floor, which will comprise the kitchen and dining room facility. The upper floors will contain 12 bedrooms. 2 of the rooms, the plans have been amended to show that 2 of the rooms would have ensuite bathroom facilities. And space for the kitchen, an extended area in turn for the kitchen, following discussion with our housing standards team. Bathroom facilities are provided on each floor, and the facilities are considered acceptable and can accommodate the number of bedrooms proposed. And the proposal meets an identified need in this area and is subject to the conditions set out in the report is recommended for approval.
Petitioner. Have you got a petitioner here who wants to talk? Do you want to come forward? There's a little silver button you'll see there. So you just want to press the button and just give us your name and where you're from, and then you get 5 minutes to talk, okay?
Good evening. My name is Stephen Regan. I live at 149, flat 2, 149 Victoria Road in New Brighton. We were a bit startled about a month ago when we saw this, got a notice, a few of us did, local residents, about a house of multiple occupation, which we thought they do not have a good reputation, houses of multiple occupation, in the media. So it startled us, so we decided to ask people's opinion round about, and we got together a petition which has 50-odd signatures on it. Long-term local residents, including all the people that live next door in the attached house to this property, I'm one of those, and several leading independent traders from Victoria Road opposing the development. Basically, our main concern, we've been discussing it together since this planning process got underway, our main concern, I guess, is noise and disruption from a development which is actually, we think, excessive. 12 tenants in that house, and though it's communal rooms, is excessive, we think. We're very worried about noise because the people that live at 149 know how noisy, even between the floors, that building can be. Now, we have had some assurances, I know, formally, from the developer that he's going to put up good, very good noise insulation. We can only take him at his word on that, and he seems like a decent, honest man. But what I do want to say is, should this go ahead, and I hope it doesn't, because I think a better use of that building could be made. If it does go ahead and there is noise, we will be very diligent in complaining to the licence holder for the house of multiple occupation and to Wirral Council and to our excellent local free press, who so often put Wirral Council to account, quite rightly so. So we're very worried about noise, and we do ask, if it does go ahead, that your staff, who are experts in the field, do get assurances and inspect the work to ensure that it is very good noise insulation. We're worried about disruption. There's not much parking in that part of town. We are talking about Victoria Road, which is, let's face it, historically the main thoroughfare of New Brighton. People who live in Victoria Road and round and about love New Brighton. I love New Brighton, and I'm so pleased to see it regenerating, and I don't want any of that to be put at risk. I do accept, having talked to the proposed developer, that he is quite serious about running things reputably, but still we think it's an excessive development, and we ask that it be reconsidered. We have some other concerns. May I also say, just on the noise issue, two of the people in the house next door adjoining it, it's basically 4 flats which are owned, by people like me on a mortgage. So we have a freehold share of it. So we've invested in that house. 2 of them have young children under teenage years. I think they're 8 and 10. So they would be affected by noise. And I do think noise is a very serious thing. It can damage lives. It can cause people immense stress. So I want to emphasise that, and I'll shut up about noise now and go on to the other things very briefly. We're concerned that in the future, if it should go ahead, there's no guarantees on what sort of tenants would be there. And I know that's a planning issue, but still it's a concern for us, because we believe in the neighbourhood. We're really pleased to see New Brighton regenerating. Parking, yes, a major concern. There's a lot of parking further up the road just from us when the old church hall is used for sea cadets, things like that, and it's chocker. Now, when I first moved in 8 years ago, you could park really quite close to the junction, but for some reason, Wirral Council, I think was a relevant authority, put down double yellow lines way up the junction, further than they need to. So I've asked my ward councillor to see if they're really necessary and perhaps remove some of those. We are worried about parking.
Mr. Reid, can you come up to your last 10 seconds?
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think that about covers it. I want to thank the ward councillors for coming on the site visit. Well, I must say, I was a little disappointed that they chose not to go into the proposed development and have a look around, just viewed it from the pavement, given all the effort we put into raising the petition. But all the same, they did come, they did look at it, and you are considering it. And for that, I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reid. Can we have the applicant forward, please? Same thing, if you can just press the silver button to give your name and where you're from, please.
Oh, okay. Hello, I'm Jo Ellis Jones, and I'm the planning agent on behalf of the applicant today. I'm not going to repeat, obviously you appreciate, having read all the reports already, that we believe that we've complied with the local planning policy in terms of the location of the development, proposed development, with regard to highways and parking. Obviously highways have no issue with regard to the noise issues. There are conditions that have already been set down with regard to soundproofing, insulation, etc. We do fully appreciate the concerns of the local neighbours. Originally, I believe they felt it was going to be some sort of bail hostel, which obviously we've explained it is not, and that's a totally different application. As I say, we do appreciate their concerns on the number of tenants as well. However, it's a very large property, as those who were on the site visit could see, over 4 floors. Properties now in this area are, as you can see from this property 151, it's huge. It's far too large to be just returned to an individual residence, which is why the property, unfortunately, is in a terrible state the moment. And again, the applicant, we showed around the objectives around the property to show the state it's currently in, the size of the property, the size of the rooms, and obviously, as you've already seen from all the plans that you've had, the building is more than adequate to cope with the number of residents that are being proposed, the number of tenants. It isn't a planning issue. We do understand with regard to who actually moves in there, but the applicants do currently run several of these type properties, and we appreciate they don't have a particularly great reputation, HMOs, but this is a new model that they're trying to create. There are a lot of young people out there that are in desperate need of housing. They can't necessarily afford a flat on their own, and some people don't want to. They've maybe left university and they enjoy sharing and living with other people in this sort of communal, multi-let way. It's also cheaper, obviously, than living in a flat on their own, because the amount that they pay on their bills are included, so they don't have to find that additional money. With regard to parking, for example, as you know, highways have no objection whatsoever, but also within Wirral's own planning policies, it's quite clearly stated that this type of accommodation, this is an ideal location. Many of these young professionals who will be living within this property wouldn't necessarily have a car or want a car, and this area is ideal because it's so close. It's within walking distance, a couple of minutes, to buses and train routes. And we've also provided with guidance that we've received through planning and projections and assessments. We've also shown on new amended plans that we're going to provide secure cycle storage as well, so that there will be alternate means of transport readily available for the tenants that will move in. I think in terms, as I say, we do fully appreciate the objections. I think initially the objections were slightly sort of misled. It was a misunderstanding on the term HMO with regard to the type of tenants that were going to move in. It's obviously not a bail hostel. There are not going to be criminals that will be moving in. These tenants will be young professionals. The property will be fully managed, and the tenants will of course have to provide all relevant information as any of us would if we wanted to go and rent a property in terms of credit checks, ID checks, references from employers and previous landlords, etc. The applicants do not wish to move tenants in that are going to cause or create problems or noise for the local area. These people wish to move in to a quality but affordable property, and they wish to treat it as their own home. Any issues that do develop are dealt very quickly by the applicant, purely because they wish for all of their properties to be run not only professionally, but because these people live in the property as their own home, they don't want noise and hassle either. One last point I will just make is that, again, the objections have mainly been about noise and the number of tenants. We've already established, through the housing team have already stated that the property and the plans that we've shown, we can fully accommodate that number of tenants. But the property had previously had planning approval for 4 flats, and as you know, the next door building has actually already been turned into 4 flats and has been utilised in that way for a number of years now. And with 4 flats, you could essentially end up with more people living in that property than we're actually proposing, because we could effectively provide 4 2-bedroom flat site with parents and young children. Sorry, I'm outside. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Does the Lord Council want to come forward?
Thanks, Chair. Just very briefly, can I say, Steve Hagan said that the Ward Council didn't go around the building. I think he meant to say that the members didn't go actually in the building. But I actually went around the building itself, and I have to say I was shocked by the condition of it. Particularly the upper floors, which were quite derelict, and the roof was a right mess. I have to say that also the original fears of residents, I don't think personally been substantiated. Certainly after a number of meetings that we've had together, both with the developer and the petitioners, which I think have helped and have eased the original fears. The house itself, Chair, is absolutely huge, and it wasn't used for this purpose. It you got a question, what other purpose can it be used for? I mean, it is a throwback to New Brighton's glorious days when a lot of these buildings were big bed and breakfasts and sort of hotels, etc. Because the size of it is absolutely massive. The original fears that were expressed in the report and in the petition, particularly on parking, I think also have eased. Certainly speak to the officers, the highway officers, that they've said they will look at the road itself where there are numerous yellow lines, for what reason I don't know, all around this property. So if some of those were removed, I think that would help. And as has been mentioned, I won't go over old ground, it's in one of the conditions of the report that the quality sound installation of a higher quality that is normally required of this type of development is envisaged within this. So I think that's going to help in terms of the sound and the potential noise, even though I realise it's not a planning matter, but it's one that always comes up with residents. So if the just one last point to make sure. Also, the developer did take the petition to one of his other properties in Rock Ferry, which is very similar to what's envisaged here, and by all concerns, it's very well done. So can I just say, if the application is approved, can the committee look at residents' justified concerns on look at, particularly regards to the parking and the implementation of that quality sound installation.
Thank you, Pat. It's open to debate. Is there any questions?
Yeah.
Brian?
Ask a question, please, Chair. The applicant, I think, actually said that the property was a quality property and affordable, which painted a picture of a very nice property. But the local councillor, I think, has just said that he was shocked at the state of the property when he went round. So it seems to be a big difference in the description of the building itself. So before I perhaps make a contribution to the officers, perhaps comment on the actual state of the property itself, please.
Thank you through you, Chair. I think there's no doubt that the state of repair as the building currently stands, it needs work doing to it. But I think Applicant was alluding to the fact that they were going to bring the building back into a good state of repair, and that they've got other businesses around the borough which reflect the style and the standard of development elsewhere. So the building as it stands is in some state of disrepair. We didn't go inside yesterday, but from the outside it does look untidy. But the purpose of this application really is to bring it back into a good standard of accommodation and repair.
Denise?
Thank you, Chair. I mean, I do have great concerns about this, about the lack of amenities in the property. There's only 2 bedrooms with en suites, and then the shared bathrooms is between 10 people, and then is there only 1 kitchen in the whole property? I could actually have 24 people living there if you have 2 people in a bedroom. I have great concerns about this as an urban development.
Yes, so I mean, just picking up Lee's point. I mean, in the body of the report, I'm looking for on the what would be the fourth page in your report. The planning officer advises us not to concern our heads about matters that are covered potentially by local legislation and other enforcement bodies, for example, housing standard. It did lead me to email Matthew to refresh his memory on one particular matter in our Gare Street, where the reason why in my view took appeals to the level of amenity facilities one in the 21st century would expect. Now, I'm not in any sense comparing our Garrett Street's which is a DOS house application with what we have in front of us here. It's clear that there are differences certainly in layout, and there's differences certainly in having now listened to the presentation from the applicant, persuasive presentation from the applicant about the level of management that will go into it. Now, I guess we all bring our own prejudice is possibly one way to where that comes to mind. So how we would look at an application where people are expected to share basic welfare facilities like toilets and bathrooms, etc. And I hear the very persuasive argument the applicant makes that there are people that potentially just from university background who are still in that mindset, let's share communal areas. I do feel there is a world of difference between having a communal area where residents might mingle and share stories of the days of it, and share bathrooms and toilets, and potentially even share kitchens. And again, we have no policies on Wirral on these matters as to what are more appropriate, whether we think it's a good idea or what that sort of ratio ought to be. I have those same concerns, and notwithstanding the very persuasive argument put by the applicant, I just don't feel that I'm comfortable with, in the modern age, with developments, HMOs, if you like, that require the sharing of such basic, what I would think just basic amenities, toilets, washing facilities, and similar cooking facilities. I accept the argument being put by those that it is a very large house, and it's clearly not going to be suitable to be converted into an individual dwelling. But would it have that much to have converted it into flats that at least contain their own washing and toileting facilities? And my feeling is it would not. I'm not objecting to this on the grounds of noise. I think that is obviously dealt with. Difficult to object to it on the grounds of parking. I raised an issue about bin storage, which again the report advised us it was quite good. I emailed about it to say, we've got 12 potential flats, we've got 12 green bins and 12 grey bins. It turns out we're now throwing a condition at it to say that, shows that the report was on in the first place. Just bin storage wasn't satisfactory. In fact, in the reply I got, there was an indication that we would probably be looking at bulk bins there as a more appropriate solution. But no, I think we're going for 4 each and see how we can manage it. Having done that, of course, you're going to take away some of the car parking space. That's my view. It's my personal view. I agree with Denise on that. I'll be interested to hear whether all the members have the same issues as I do.
Any other questions? Right.
Yeah, first of all, start off on the basis that I've got some sympathy with the people who are opposed to the application, because I think if I was in a situation where, a building like this was going to be put next door to me, 12 flats, etc., you'd obviously be concerned about who's going to be living there, etc. But at the end of the day, as a planning committee, we can only make a decision on this application on planning grounds. And it may well be that some of us as individuals may not like a situation where we're sharing a bathroom or a kitchen with somebody else. And as individuals, we might say to ourselves, we never want to be in that position, ideally. But the facts are that there are some people who are quite comfortable living in that situation. And again, the test is, does this application meet the planning regulations? So I can't think of any sound planning reasons why we as a committee should reject the application before us. It mightn't suit us, it mightn't suit everybody, but at the end of the day, we can only make a decision on those grounds. So on that basis, Chair, unless anybody else can come up with some sound planning reasons why this application is not acceptable, I, for one, can't think of any reason why it should be rejected.
Stuart, so you from the back.
I'll just come back on that, because with respect, I said that about our house, it's exactly the same thing to us about our house. the end of the day, the view that I put forward there failed. It was appealed, yeah, and the main issue that was considered was whether we believed there was acceptable living accommodation for prospective residents. And the inspector, on a matter of fact and degree, agreed. So clearly there is a plan down on welfare facility. Whether or not, and I accept it straight off the bat, that the distances between the welfare facilities, etc., the way that there was no access at all on the floors and all that is ever so slightly different. Nevertheless, it's still my view that on looking at the plans, I think I was looking at one story, I think I was looking at one story